was the real story behind the collapse of the CS2 market? Before we analyze the crash, let's establish the context. I was running a series on this channel attempting to trade my way from zero to a $5,000 Karambit Doppler. I held approximately $180 worth of 2025 Austin stickers. Fortunately, I liquidated these assets right before the downturn. After Steam's standard 15% transaction fee, I secured $153 in capital. Just as I was strategizing my next move, the update went live. Exchange 5 red items for a knife. This was, arguably, the most disastrous update in the game's history. So, what was Valve's objective? Why introduce such a mechanic? Was it to allow players to acquire affordable knives? The answer is a clear no. Here is the economic reality. Owners of high-tier CS2 skins were not selling on Steam. They were utilizing third-party marketplaces or holding assets for long-term appreciation. This caused significant stagnation within the Steam ecosystem. Why does this matter? As mentioned, Steam takes a non-negotiable 15% cut on every transaction. Valve recognized that millions of skins sitting dormant in inventories and rare knives trading off-platform were generating zero revenue for them. A Karambit selling for $1,000 on the Steam market is far more profitable for the company. This is where the corporate strategy became aggressive. Valve understood that if they could destabilize prices, it would trigger panic selling, allowing them to capture a massive share of the transaction fees. Once this plan was executed, the market reacted violently. Prices for undesirable red skins surged, while panic took hold of the general populace. When large-scale Chinese hoarders began liquidating their stockpiles, valuable non-red items flooded the market at bottom rock prices. The statistics are staggering. In just 1 week, the total valuation of the CS2 market plummeted from $6 billion to $3 billion. Knife values dropped by nearly 50%. However, the human cost was far greater. Reports indicate that investors in China who had taken out loans to speculate on these assets faced financial ruin. Tragically, realizing they could not repay their debts, some even took their own lives. This catastrophe serves as a stark reminder. This economy is centralized. It is controlled by a single entity that has the power to crash or inflate the market at will. We must remember this is a video game. It is not a regulated financial instrument like the stock market or cryptocurrency. Never invest capital you cannot afford to lose. So, who is the ultimate winner? Valve. Through the wave of panic selling on Steam, the company generated an estimated $680 million in revenue. As for my position, as stated earlier, I retained $153. I reinvested this capital into undervalued skins I believe will recover and liquidated a portion to a private buyer for cash. The question remains, did you profit from this volatility? Or, if you incurred losses, what was the damage? Stay tuned for a special sequence at the end of this video. I hope you find it insightful.
CS2 市场这是怎么了？我几乎把所有钱都亏光了。特工 X， 因为 Gabe Newer， 我输光了所有的钱，我想让你除掉他。
明白了，老干。
Why do people hate me? I was just trying to make money.